Eric Morecambe, born John Eric Bartholomew on May 14, 1926, in the picturesque seaside town of Morecambe, Lancashire, England, became an enduring symbol of British comedy. As one half of the iconic comedy duo Morecambe and Wise, he brought laughter to millions, leaving an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. Behind the infectious humor, however, was a man whose life was marked by relentless dedication, profound health challenges, and a tragic end that left a nation grieving. Eric Morecambe's journey to stardom began in humble surroundings. Raised in a working-class family, he was the son of George and Sadie Bartholomew. His father worked as a laborer, while his mother was the driving force behind Eric's early career. From a young age, Sadie recognized her son's natural talent for making people laugh. She enrolled him in dance classes and pushed him to participate in local talent competitions, nurturing his budding talent. Morecambe's first significant step into the world of entertainment came when he was just 13 years old. It was during a talent competition in Hoylake that he first met Ernest Wiseman, known as Ernie Wise. This chance encounter would be the beginning of one of the most successful partnerships in British comedy history. Although they were young, their chemistry was undeniable, and they soon formed a double act that would take the variety circuit by storm. In the early days, success did not come easily for Morecambe and Wise. They spent years honing their craft, performing in various venues, often to small and indifferent audiences. The post-war entertainment industry was fiercely competitive, and the duo faced numerous rejections. Yet, they remained undeterred, driven by their love for performing and a shared belief that they had something special to offer. The 1950s saw the duo gradually gaining recognition. Their first major break came in 1954 when they were offered their own television show, Running Wild. However, the show was not well received, with critics panning it for its lackluster content. In one infamous review, a critic quipped, "Definition of the week, TV set, the box in which they buried Morecambe and Wise." It was a harsh blow, but it also proved to be a turning point. Rather than letting the failure define them, Morecambe and Wise used it as motivation. They worked tirelessly to improve their act, refining their style and developing the warm, witty humor that would become their trademark. Their perseverance paid off when, in 1961, they launched the Morecambe and Wise Show on the BBC. This was the beginning of their ascent to the pinnacle of British entertainment. The chemistry between Morecambe and Wise was electric. Morecambe, with his quick wit and playful demeanor, was the perfect foil to Wise's straight man. Their comedy was a blend of slapstick, satire, and wordplay, delivered with impeccable timing and a natural ease that made it seem effortless. Audiences were captivated, and the show quickly became a hit. The duo's success reached new heights in the 1970s, with their Christmas specials becoming a British institution. These shows were must-see television, attracting millions of viewers each year. The 1977 Christmas special, in particular, is often cited as their masterpiece. It featured a star-studded lineup, including Elton John, Angela Rippon, and even then Prime Minister Harold Wilson. With over 28 million viewers, it set a record for British television that still stands as a testament to their popularity. While the world saw Eric Morecambe as a man of boundless energy and humor, his private life was far more complex. Behind the scenes, he was a devoted family man, married to Joan Bartlett since 1952. The couple had 3 children, and Morecambe was known to cherish his time at home, away from the spotlight. However, the pressures of fame and a relentless work schedule took a toll on his health. In 1968, at the age of 42, Eric Morecambe suffered his first heart attack while performing at the Batley Variety Club. It was a stark reminder of the fragility of life, particularly for someone who had always seemed larger than life. Despite the seriousness of the situation, Morecambe was back on stage just a few weeks later, determined not to let his health scare slow him down. This resilience was typical of Morecambe, but it also set the stage for the health struggles that would plague him for the rest of his life. The 1970s saw Morecambe and Wise at the peak of their fame, but for Morecambe, it was also a decade of increasing health concerns. He suffered a second, more severe heart attack in 1979, which required bypass surgery. The surgery was a success, but it was clear that Morecambe's health was in decline. He was forced to slow down, reducing his workload and taking more time for himself. He developed a passion for birdwatching and spent more time with his family, but the drive to perform never left him. Despite the health warnings, Morecambe continued to work, driven by his love for comedy and his commitment to his partner, Ernie Wise. However, the toll on his body was evident. Friends and colleagues noted that he often appeared tired and struggled to maintain the energy that had once defined his performances. Yet, when the cameras were rolling, Morecambe still had the ability to light up a room with his humor. Eric Morecambe's final years were a mix of professional achievements and personal struggles. He and Ernie Wise continued to perform together, although their output was reduced. Morecambe also explored other creative outlets, including writing novels and working on radio projects. His talent extended beyond the stage, and he was a man of many interests. On May 28, 1984, tragedy struck. After performing a show at the Roses Theatre in Tewkesbury, Gloucestershire, Morecambe suffered a third and final heart attack. He was rushed to Cheltenham General Hospital, but despite the best efforts of the medical team, he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. Eric Morecambe was just 58 years old, and his sudden death sent shockwaves through the nation. The news of Morecambe's passing was met with an outpouring of grief from fans and colleagues alike. For many, it felt as though a part of British culture had died with him. His funeral, held at St. Nicholas Parish Church in Harpenden, was attended by thousands of mourners, including some of the biggest names in British entertainment. It was a somber occasion, but also a celebration of a life that had brought so much joy to others. Eric Morecambe's death marked the end of an era in British comedy, but his legacy continues to thrive. The comedy of Morecambe and Wise remains as popular today as it was during their heyday. Their shows are still regularly repeated on British television, introducing new generations to their timeless humor. The duo's influence can be seen in the work of many contemporary comedians, who cite Morecambe and Wise as inspirations for their own careers. In recognition of his contributions to entertainment, Eric Morecambe was posthumously awarded the title of Officer of the Order of the British Empire, OBE, in 1976. In 1999, he was voted the greatest British comedian of all time in a poll conducted by The Observer. His hometown of Morecambe also honoured him with a statue, which was unveiled in 1999. The statue, depicting Morecambe in a classic pose, has since become a pilgrimage site for fans, who come to pay their respects to a man who made them laugh and brighten their lives. Beyond the accolades and the tributes, Morecambe's true legacy lies in the joy he brought to millions. His comedy was not just about making people laugh, it was about connecting with them on a deeper level. He had a unique ability to find humor in the everyday and to make even the most mundane situations seem hilarious. This gift, combined with his natural warmth and charm, made him a beloved figure in British culture. One of the reasons Eric Morecambe remains such a beloved figure is that, despite his fame, he never lost touch with his roots. He was a man of the people, always approachable and down to earth. He remained close to his family and friends, and he never let success go to his head. This humility endeared him to those who knew him, and it is a big part of why his legacy has endured. Morecambe's life was not without its challenges, but he faced them with courage and resilience. His health struggles were a constant battle, yet he never allowed them to define him. Even in his final years, as his health declined, he continued to perform and bring joy to others. This determination to keep going, even in the face of adversity, is one of the most inspiring aspects of his story.